the beat when you're talking, then it just sounds so it sounds stupid. It sounds sub kind of Rex Harrison talk singing. It just fails. It fails because that's not how you rap. So I like the chorus and stuff and the backing.
Maybe he was trying to prove that. Maybe that was the point of the record, and he's going to make a press conference and say, I have proven that talking like this is not entertaining. No.
Sammy, do you share this opinion?
I would rather be stabbed head to toe with a compass all day, slowly, by someone with a very blank face than have to listen to that again. But I did enjoy the line, fluttering seagulls, no. So I think that could be on a poster at some point.
And Harry, it seems like it's 3 negs.
Yeah, it was horrific. He was splitting words into syllables and making them scan over like 3 lines. I mean, that's absurd. You can't do that. Awful.
Sure. Well, listen, thank you very much indeed. Apologies if anyone was offended by any of Louis' choice of words.
Sorry.
And if they want to take it out with him in person, they can catch him live in London. Don't be afraid to go down there with banners, signs, picket outside from Up Some Outrage.
I take full responsibility for my words.
Six Music.
And now it's Stephen Merchant.
2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Just testing. Steve Merchant here, live from Summer Sunday. We're very excited. We got some great live music from you. Well, maybe you, if you've performed here, then it will be from you. But certainly stuff we've recorded over the weekend. But it seems crazy not to get stuck in straight away with some Supergrass recorded live Friday night here at Summer Sunday. Here's Pumping on your stereo. Supergrass, recorded live here at Summer Sunday in Leicester on Friday night, and it sounded like it was an absolutely blinding set. Sadly, we did not make it down in time. Busy up in London doing important showbiz stuff. But we are here. We came down yesterday afternoon, and when I say we, of course, not just me, Steve Merchant, thanks for tuning in, Six Music, but also got the whole gang, pretty much. We got Sammy from the north.
Hiya.
All right, not far for you to come, I imagine.
Far enough.
Is this not the north?
This isn't.
This is not the north.
Steve,
I don't
no.
understand.
To you, yes.
Where are
to
you
me.
from? You're from Scotland?
It's nearly Scotland. I can smell Scotland from where I live.
Sure. Newcastle?
Yes.
Yeah,
pretty
and
much.
how long did it take you to get here?
About the same as it takes me to get to London.
Okay, so I don't understand any sort of geography of England.
To get home, I have to go south for an hour before I can go north.
That's
What's that
mental.
about?
That's
What's
absolutely
that about?
That makes no sense.
It's all different across the border.
That's like the hill in Bath, where if you stop your car, it rolls uphill. That's the same sort of principle, I think. What you're going to have to do
No,
next.
that's different. That's witchcraft.
Okay, got it.
I am that the voice you're hearing there talking gobbledygook about rolling hills and cars going up them, which is insane. Harry, he works in a bank, but he's taken time off from his important banking duties to join us here.
Absolutely, you know, the suit's off and the shorts are on. I feel like I'm on the holidays. It's very exciting.
It's quite a look. The triumvirate, the holy trio, would not be complete, of course, without Super Posh Rufus.
Good afternoon, Stephen. Good afternoon, listeners.
Thank you very much. A little taste of old BBC there we brought here, and it's of course the last time we broadcast live from anywhere. You'll remember it was Glastonbury. Sammy, you couldn't make it. It was something of a disaster, I remember.
There was a whole lot of stuff going down, Steve. There were technical gremlins, there was a lot of rain, a lot of mud,
yeah.
you know, a lot of really sad-faced people.
I don't know much about sorting out an outside broadcast, but I know that rain and wires don't always
Sure.
go together.
All these big electrical generators, basically up to their middles in water. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. We should try and give perhaps a little flavour of what this tiny festival is like. If you've only ever been to Glastonbury or Reading, one of the big ones, this is quite different. It's fairly tiny, in an intimate way, in a fun way. We, as you probably can hear in the background, are extremely close to the main stage. Don't know whose idea it was to park the caravan next door to the main stage. That seems to be what's happened.
If someone took the handbrake off of this truck, it would
roll uphill.
It would roll uphill 5 metres into the side of the stage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can hear currently performing Wild Beasts in the background.
I love this one.
and yes, but as I say, it's a small festival. It reminded me when we arrived, perhaps, of a school fete.
Yes.
With some live music. It's got that feel of it.
Yeah.
I think there may be the chance to look around a fire engine later, and certainly some little gifts buried in some sawdust.
Yeah, I spent about half an hour this morning trying to guess how many things were in other things
Sure,
to try
yeah.
and win all of the things.
Right, some Sweets in a jar.
Yeah,
Keys in a bucket.
Yeah, coins in a piggy bank, that sort of thing.
Good to see the army recruiting as well here. So that's,
Absolutely. Did that what you? That's I think only your school, Rufus. That was only people from in your super posh school where they sent in army recruitment.
I remember, well, I went to, because my father was in the army, spent across the world, and the thing I remember most was having endless wound makeup applied to me. Really? For some reason, the medics had this did this sideline, kind of X-Files style, massive open kind of weeping gashes, which you could have put on your face or your arm.
Is that a way to recruit people into the army?
And you'd run back to your mum and go, look! And you'd have a kind of axe kind of slash in your cheek.
Mum, look, this is what could happen to me if I joined the army.
Exactly. Please, can I join the Marines?
Ruth, did they take pictures of you once you'd had all the makeup put on?
Yeah,
For
definitely.
like wound porn sites.
Wound porn. Let's move on from wound porn. You, Sammy, have a gift of the gab. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. How would you describe the festival?
I heard it described by someone else yesterday as a jus of a festival, which is quite nice.
I don't know what that means.
It's a boiled down substance of a bigger festival, and we've got all the best things. It's nice here. I saw a pigeon being sick yesterday, and I never thought I'd witness that, so that's made my weekend.
That's been a highlight for you.
I didn't know they could be sick.
We will have, as I say, live music that's been recorded over the course of the weekend. We've also got some live music being performed, actual live, guaranteed live, by Reverend and the Makers and other whatnots throughout the course of the show. We'll play some non-festival music. We'll be back in a sec. From 1982, of course, Census Working Overtime XTC. Steve Show 6 Music coming to you live from Summer Sunday here in Leicester. And as I say, we are so close to the stage that you can still hear the throb of the Wild Beasts as they perform live on the stage. And we'll have a live track from the Wild Beasts coming soon, which is extraordinary. It's just hot-footed it from the main stage here into the studio. Amazing, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
We should point out as well, though, that unlike the mire of Glastonbury, and Sammy, you didn't miss out on anything. It was like when we arrived, it looked like there were refugees from a tsunami traipsing coming towards the car, sort of clambering their faces up against the glass. Who is that in there? And we just, we rolled up the windows. They were blacked out, obviously, and thank God we didn't have to actually associate with any of those people. Covered in mud. Some of them looked genuinely upset, like they'd lost their homes, their children, their possessions, and were just blindly staggered around, just high on scrumpy to try and get through the grimness. Whereas here, it's all changed. I have to say, I've never really been to one of the boutique festivals before, and this is very much the way to go. As you say, the condensed version, some great live music, quite a lot of paved areas, which I'm very pleased about.
It's lovely. It's really nice. There's a tiny bit of mud because we've had some rain on site, but it's not been too bad. There's a bit of mud. Now at Glastonbury, you have your mudlarks, the people who go berserk. As soon as there's a bit of mud, they have to take all their clothes off and just jump around in it like idiots. We've all seen the pictures in the papers. There was a guy here last night who made a decision to sort of dive into the mud and sort of spin around a bit and got up, and everyone just looked at him. His mates looked at him, just shook their heads.
Exactly. It was kind of this is not what we do here.
That's not what happens.
This is not what happens here.
Children could be watching.
Children
you
could be
have
watching.
got some mud in a child's eye.
You almost knocked over my Pims.
It's like,
that sort of
I'm
thing.
the designated driver to take us all home. You're not getting the back of my Ford Focus with all that mud on your back.
Well, I mean, we were reading last week an article about the rise of the posh, and I mean, certainly, I imagine, Rufus, we would never have got you out to festivals in the past. Obviously you were chauffeur-driven down to Glastonbury, but this, I imagine, has got you written all over it, and I suspect the whole kind of middle class, and that's really what it is, isn't it? It's quite a sort of middle class.
It is quite.
Guardian reading kind of gang.
Yeah, that's right.
And I feel a lot safer because of it.
Yeah, exactly. As do I. Well, there was an article in a couple of the Sunday papers last weekend about how the traditional kind of liberal Labour ground of being ecologically sound and doing all these kind of cool things is now a kind of Tory thing and essentially a posh thing. And I, for one, am very, very glad that it's come back in fashion. Absolutely. To be posh. Will Young was the first trailblazer to be a proper poshie in the public eye.
Yeah.
Since then, with David Cameron and all the rest of them, we're back in.
I mean, you're just saying the names of a couple of my big heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
If there's not a poster on my wall of DC by the end of this week, I'm very disappointed.
Otis Ferry.
Yeah, Otis Ferry, exactly. Particularly, I think if there's a couple of good paparazzi shots of him on the beach in his kind of posh swimwear.
Yeah, I mean, William Hague had it pretty much right, drinking out of that coconut at Nottingham Carnival.
Exactly. Hey, listen, don't think he wasn't a forebear.
Well, that's
He
right.
was there. He was trailblazing.
Absolutely.
And I think you may have also forgotten Prince Charles when he visited Nottingham Carnival. I seem to remember him wearing some kind of dreadlock Headgear, do you remember that?
Yes, yeah.
Looks a bit like Victor Lewis Smith.
Yes.
Of course, Ian Duncan Smith took it too far. Went to the Reading Festival and threw a pint of his own waste at the stage. That's pretty much why he didn't get the top job.
That's right.
They had to get rid of it.
That's
after
certainly something that Cameron's trying to undo. Is that it's both kind of the Thatcher years and that particularly atrocious display.
It's quite an enduring image for anyone who was there.
Exactly. I know you've never washed that shirt.
Absolutely not.
Kind of Lewinsky style, lest it ever be of use to you in a court of law.
I'm going to make a fortune out of that one day.
But this is certainly, as I say, one of the things that I've been charmed about by this festival is it's ready-made for someone, a posh show like yourself. Anyone who wants to come along in a boater and some spats will be welcomed. As I said, there's a paved area. There's also, are we on university grounds? Is this?
Yes, I'm on for university.
So obviously the venue there, which I imagine is played host to bands for university students, that's also there, so you can get inside a nice walled building with seats.
Even better than that, within that walled building with seats are indoor toilets.
Yeah, very nice ones with little bars of soap, little soap lozenges.
And people going in and cleaning them. Imagine that. Clean toilet.
Do you know what I did yesterday? I was feeling a bit hot when I went to see The Whitest Boy Alive.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll just use my this coat check facility to hand in my jacket.
You didn't just have to throw it down in the dirt and never get it back.
No. I just handed it in to a little old lady who was wearing some earplugs. That was a heck of a Saturday night for her, I imagine. Listen, let's have some more live music. As I say, it's just been whisked to us from the main stage. Playing live, you can hear in the background are the Wild Beasts, and this is a tune which they've only just finished playing. This is extraordinary technology. This one's called Devil's Crayon. Doesn't get much more live and immediate than that. They are still performing on the main stage, and yet amazingly through technology and the same kind of magic that allows cars to run up hills, and we are able to bring you that track from Wild Beasts, Devil's Crayon. Wild Beasts coming straight out of Leeds, and they have a debut album this summer called Limbo Panto, which is released on the Domino label. So Steve Merchant with the gang here live on Six Music from the Summer Sunday Festival in Leicester. I've been handed some Leicester facts,
nice.
Should they be of interest to you. Leicester had the first Tesco outside of London.
Really?
Yes, I know.
Did they get better than that, or was that?
They just keep going up and up.
Was it a big one or a Tesco Express?
Got no more information.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that fact. I feel there's a lot of information there I'd like qualified. The first place to have traffic wardens, I mean, in the world,
Probably in the rush for people to come and see the new Tesco. They were all parking illegally. They thought, hey, we can make some money out of this.
Some of them are just stopping in the middle of the street, just rushing in.
What is that?
I'm not even going to recycle my carrier bags because it's 1984 and I don't care about such stuff. So we don't know. Let me see what else we got. Leicester is the home of Walker's Crisps.
Yeah.
They make 10 million bags of crisps a day.
That's why they've got.
Really?
That's why they've got Lineker involved, I suppose, because he's a famous Leicesterian.
So anyway, just some of the facts about Leicester. There'll be plenty more where that came from, I imagine.
Stay tuned.
Yes, absolutely. But it's not all about the live music, of course. It's not all about the Summer Sunday Festival. We've also been staying in quite a nice hotel. Good facilities.
I had a traumatic experience in the lovely hotel last night. I went back to my room that I hadn't checked into, so I didn't know where it was. Went up a really scary lift, and then exited onto a corridor of a haunted house, apparently.
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was pointing that my room was yonder, but to get yonder I had to go through this curtain. I thought, well, that's fine, it's just a curtain. So I went through the curtain, let it fall behind me. No lights, no windows, it was blowing a gale, pitch black. I was terrified, definitely almost 100% certain I was going to be murdered. So I was closing my eyes.
This is in the hotel?
It was all like hacked out, and there was plasterboard and dust sheets and rapists definitely somewhere.
There definitely rapists lurking. Leicesterian rapists.
But it was
the worst
2 in the
kind.
morning and I was fearful, Steve, so I closed my eyes and there was a dead end. There was just a big wooden wall, so I just closed my eyes and ran at it, and it turned out to be a door, so that was good.
What are you talking about? This didn't happen. This is a dream.
It genuinely happened. I was so scared I was sweating.
You were watching a David Lynch film. What are you talking about? They wouldn't rent a room in a place like that.
No.
Oh, wait. It's paid for by the BBC.
I love the way that Wild Beasts built the atmosphere then. They came in at a beautiful point with this kind of spooky music.
Did you find your way to your room okay?
Fine, lovely room.
Oh, good, okay. Well, there's a happy ending to that still suspect story. So let's have a musical choice from you, Sammy, before you get taken from us.
This was from your pile of new music, which I had a snaffle through.